Kaley Cuoco's daughter Matilda models her Halloween costume, and it proves she still loves this iconic character. Tiny trophies and tiaras. How Matilda Cuoco's Halloween costume reveals a legacy in the making. In the curated universe of celebrity childhood, where every first step and uttered syllable is a potential headline, a different kind of milestone has just been captured. It's a moment that transcends the typical developmental checklist, offering a glimpse not just into growth, but into the nascent formation of identity. Kaley Cuoco has shared a photograph of her daughter, Matilda, celebrating her second Halloween, and in doing so, the one-year-old has delivered a powerful, silent statement about legacy, nostalgia, and the characters that truly shape us. The costume? A near-perfect, pint-sized replica of Harley Quinn. For the uninitiated, it might seem like just another adorable baby in a costume photo, a seasonal ritual as predictable as pumpkin spice. But for those who have followed Cuoco's career, the image is layered with profound meaning. This isn't a random character plucked from a store rack. This is the character, the one that redefined Kaley Cuoco, the actress, and in many ways, paved the way for the life Matilda now knows. The photograph, shared on Cuoco's Instagram, is a masterclass in visual storytelling. Matilda, with a tuft of blonde hair and an expression of curious determination, stands supported by her mother's hands, clad in the iconic red and black harlequin pattern. The tiny jumpsuit, the miniature mallet held with a grip both tentative and firm, it's all there. But the true magic lies in the details. The perfectly replicated diamond-shaped patches, the slight puff of the sleeves, and the undeniable glint in the baby's eyes that seems to say, "I'm here to cause a little chaos, and maybe get some candy." This choice is more than a cute homage. It's a full-circle moment that speaks volumes about the environment Cuoco has cultivated for her daughter. It's a testament to a mother celebrating the very part of her professional soul that brought her the greatest acclaim and creative freedom. From penny to a revolution. To understand the weight of this tiny costume, one must rewind to the year 2019. Kaley Cuoco was, to the world, Penny from The Big Bang Theory, lovable, bubbly, and forever typecast. Then came Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, and later, the eponymous, critically acclaimed animated series. This wasn't just a new role. It was a reinvention. Cuoco's voice performance as the unhinged, liberated, and fiercely independent Harley was a revelation. She traded Penny's waitress apron for a baseball bat and a torrent of R-rated wit, shattering her own professional box and earning a new kind of respect. The animated Harley Quinn series, in particular, became a cultural touchstone. It was lauded for its sharp writing, its brutal action, and its surprisingly poignant exploration of Harley's emancipation from the Joker and her journey towards self-defined identity. Cuoco wasn't just playing a character. She was executive producing, championing a vision, and giving voice to a version of Harley that was both authentically unhinged and deeply human. This Harley Quinn became Cuoco's career trophy, a tangible representation of her fight for creative autonomy and her triumphant success. It's the project she speaks of with palpable pride, the one that proved she was a force to be reckoned with behind the microphone as much as in front of the camera. The nursery as a museum of self. So, what does it mean when an artist, a creator, a mother, dresses her child in the skin of her own greatest triumph? Dr. Enya Petrova, a cultural psychologist specializing in narrative and identity, suggests that these choices are far from arbitrary. The characters we love, and especially the ones we embody professionally, become part of our personal mythology, she explains. When a parent dresses their child as such a character, it's a form of storytelling. They are weaving the child into their own narrative of struggle, success, and self-discovery. They are, in a sense, saying, "This is a part of who I am, and by extension, a part of the world you are entering." Matilda's Halloween costume, then, is less a disguise and more an inheritance. It's a tiny, wearable piece of her mother's professional soul. In the Cuoco household, Harley Quinn isn't just a comic book villainess. She is the symbol of mommy's big win, She represents late nights in the recording booth, the thrill of a project greenlit, the sound of a critic's praise, and the empowerment of building something from the ground up. The nursery, in this context, becomes a museum of self. While other infants gaze at mobiles of cartoon animals, Matilda is surrounded by the artifacts of her mother's creative journey. The mallet isn't a prop, it's a relic. The costume is a curated exhibit in the museum of her mother's life, a legacy beyond the laughter. This act also reframes the very nature of legacy for children of celebrities. Often, legacy is discussed in terms of financial inheritance or the burden of a famous name. But for the new generation of Hollywood parents, those who are actively engaged in production and creation, legacy is also about passing down the stories they fought to tell. Cuoco isn't just giving Matilda her blonde hair or her bright smile. She is introducing her to the characters that defined her. She is sharing the creative fuel that powered her through a career transition that many actors never successfully navigate. By clothing Matilda in Harley's signature diamonds, she is wrapping her in a story of resilience, humor, and unapologetic individuality. It's a powerful, subconscious message. This character gave me a voice. I hope you find yours, no matter how loud or unconventional it may be. Furthermore, the choice subverts the traditional princess narrative. Matilda could have been a fairy, a unicorn, or any number of gentle, prefabricated fantasies. Instead, she's a complex, anarchic anti-hero, a character built on chaos, but whose core journey is about finding freedom and loyalty in her own chosen family. It's a remarkably sophisticated narrative to bestow upon a one-year-old, and one that hints at the values Cuoco hopes to instill: strength, independence, and the courage to be unabashedly yourself, even if that self occasionally swings a mallet. The echo of a shared smirk. As Halloween fades and the costume is packed away, the image of Matilda as Harley Quinn will remain. It will live in the digital archives of her childhood, a photo to be revisited years from now. One can imagine a teenage Matilda scrolling through her mother's feed, pausing on this picture, and understanding the deeper context she was too young to grasp in the moment. She will see not just a baby in a cute outfit, but a love letter from her mother, a note that says, "At the time you were born, this was the part of my world I was most proud of. I wanted to share it with you." In the end, Matilda's Halloween costume proves that her mother still loves this iconic character, not with the loud, public declarations of press tours, but with the quiet, profound intimacy of motherhood. It's a love that has evolved from professional passion to personal symbol, now woven into the fabric of her daughter's earliest memories. The legacy of Harley Quinn and the Cuoco family is no longer just about awards or ratings. It's about the echo of a shared smirk between mother and daughter, the soft crinkle of a tiny jumpsuit, and the powerful, unspoken bond forged in the joyful, chaotic, and utterly creative act of play. And in that, Kaley Cuoco has given her daughter and the world a story more compelling than any script.